Music's off. That means we're starting. Hello, my name's Eric Schwartau. I'm the director of programming and operations for Decrit. I checked all you in, so I know each and every one of you by name. Thank you so much for coming. We're super excited. We have an amazing presentation. I hope you're all ready to go. Feel free to. If you need to use the restroom, grab a water. It's like we're not gonna do an intermission, but please, just know that everyone will see you leave and come back. So, think about that. But we're so happy to have you all, friends, family, fans. It's great to have you. And I'm gonna just give it over to Program Chair Molly Heintz.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chaos Agents, the class of 2024 Graduate Thesis Symposium. I'm Molly Heintz, as Eric said, and I'm the chair of the design, thank you, Trilby, I'm the chair of the Design Research, Writing, and Criticism Department here at School of Visual Arts. I'd like to give a special welcome to the family and friends of our MA candidates who are presenting this evening. And a big warm welcome back to our alums in the audience, of which there are quite a few. And then a virtual welcome to those joining us on the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. So I want to kick off with a few thank yous. First to the fantastic staff at the SVA Theatre for helping us put on the show this evening. Yes, they are really pros. And it's really always a pleasure to work with you all. Thank you to the dear friend of the department, Chi Perlman from TED Talks, for helping our students polish the diamonds in the rough that were their presentations just 1 week ago. An extra big thanks go to our brilliant alum, Andrew McQuiston, who's here in the audience, for the design of our conference identity. And yes, thank you, Andrew. And the Chaos Agents publication, which is out in the lobby. And you can see it out there. Thank you to the editors of the New York Review of Architecture, some of whom are here this evening, who have been advising our students on editorial best practices the whole year and have helped them develop the publication over the last few months. And in particular, we appreciate the extra help over the past few weeks from copy editor Chloe Wyma. Brooke Vigut, please stand up. Where are you, Brooke? Oh, Brooke. Yes. Yay, Brooke. Brooke is a multi-talented alum from the class of 2022 and produced this evening's event, as well as managed all the communications leading up to it. So if you got an email from us, Brooke was behind it. Brooke, we really could not have done it without you, so thank you so much for all your excellent work and energy. And Eric Schwartau was, you just saw him standing up. I won't make you stand up again, Eric. But Eric worked with the students very closely on the publication as well as their presentations. And as he said, he's the voice you'll be hearing between presentations as our offstage MC this evening. So thank you for being there every step of the way, Eric. Yes, thank you, Eric. And a word of thanks to SVA President David Rhodes and Provost Christopher Cyphers. We are, as always, so grateful for your support. Even though we're a small program, our graduates go on to make a disproportionate amount of noise out in the world. Thank you to all of our guest speakers this year who came in with fresh ideas, and to our guest critics who came in with fresh eyes and ears when we most needed them. Looking at you, Ellen Chachanoff, thank you. But I'll reserve the platinum thank you for our fantastic faculty members who themselves are kind of proud parents this evening, and especially to this year's faculty thesis advisors, Alex DeLuz, Adam Harrison-Levy, and Anne Elizabeth Moore, who guided our students on their intensive research and writing journeys. You'll hear more about the thesis process from Alex DeLuz in just a moment. And I'd like to say here, for those who don't know, this is an intensive one-year master's program. But that year is an academic year, so it's more like 9 months. Our students treat their coursework as a full-time job. They start to think about their thesis topics amid a full load of seminar classes in the fall, and then focus on the thesis during the spring. So what you're seeing here tonight is the beginning of what we hope will be an ongoing and expanding body of work. But even if their research continues to evolve, These students now go back out into the world knowing how to do research and reporting, from archival work to interviews, how to analyze primary and secondary sources, and how to write for broad audiences. Most importantly, they understand the value of placing this research in context that turns it from straight-up reporting into design criticism. Notably, the architecture writer and critic Paul Goldberger said that reporting is the foundation of criticism, and at DCRIT we agree. Journalism and criticism have a symbiotic relationship, or another way to say it, to have a credible point of view, you need to have done your homework first. To understand our academic program and the event program you'll see this evening, it's also important to understand how we define design, and that is broadly. For our purposes, design is anything human-made intended to serve a function. So that means design is all around us, and we believe it is worthy of study in all its incarnations. So why is it valuable to look at the world through the lens of design? Because starting with design lets you ask the best questions, we would argue. With design, there is always a way in. For example, you can start with a question like, what material is this? Where does this come from? Who made this? How much were they paid? Who commissioned it? And one question always leads to another. And later, when you work to place this research into a larger cultural context, the questions get even more interesting and complicated and challenging. Ultimately, we want our students to try to answer what we refer to as the so what question. Why should we, that is the reader, or you here this evening, care about the subject at hand? I hope that each of the MA presentations you'll hear an attempt to answer that question. The student's title, Chaos Agents, captures the surreal state of current events, and in particular, the paradoxes, covert systems, and script-flipping stories that define the research of this class. The value of chaos agents, disruptors of convention or the status quo, is that they allow us to see and read our world in new ways. In this sense, our MA students themselves are disruptors, offering through their work a shift in perspective on an array of timely topics. Their project titles may not sound like what one would expect from a design research course, but all their subjects are considered through the lens of design. If you want to know more about a particular project or about the program in general after the presentations, we invite you to join us for drinks out in the lobby, where our MA candidates will be on hand to chat about their work, and you can check out a copy of the Chaos Agents class publication. So let's get going. We will not have an intermission, as Eric said, and we'll keep it pretty informal. If you go in and out, please try to do that between presentations if you can. And now I'd like to welcome to the stage Jennifer Cabot and John Key. You all come on up. Both of them